Hi guys, my name is John Cargo, and I'm here to talk about Tableau with the data that were presented with our professor to study and to try to understand um, all the information using Tableau. So we were given data, and this data was we had three departments, and the departments were of bikes, and we had a mountain road and a triathlon. So these products were sold across the United States, and we had the sales and the profit details for it too. So my understanding, we were to kind of get to know and get to see how the sales and the profit really worked out across the cities in the United States. And so the first, when I was just provided with the data, this is the first details I was able to bring out the graph, and I was able to include the city, the department, and the sales. And so here it sort of shows um, information of the sales across each and every city, and this is really a lot. My point of view, it's a lot. It's a lot to grasp, and so it wasn't really my favorite information for me to understand. Um, I cannot really explain a lot with just having this right here, and so what I did, and to edit it and just make it a little bit more understandable for me, and I went ahead and just got it individually. So it just has a different view right now in this graph, and so um, you can see that each city, it has each city now portrayed here, and the sales and the department where it worked. So the scale, having the scale here, it seems like so the red was the least sales made, and the greener it is, the most sales it made. So this one gave me, I think, a better understanding, but it was specific. Now it was a little bit now much more specific with the state, with the city, but it's still a lot. It's still a lot of information. It's still a lot of information that I have to multiple times scroll down through it. And with this, I can't really be able to compare as much because I'm just having too much of information in it. So I went ahead and I got it in a map. So I decided to have it in each department, but the sales and everything shown in a map. And this really wasn't the best. It wasn't really the best because with the data that I have, I don't think it will really work out pretty much um, having it in the map form. And so though I can be able to know, I mean, the darkest part is the one that made the most sales, the lightest, but as you can see, it's still a lot. It's still a lot. I can't be able to easily compare to you and say that this place has more sales than this other place. Just having this, just having this data with me right now, and so I felt, I think I need to reduce. I need to reduce the data that I have and just try to get the sales for each department. and that is what I did. And here it is. So I have the sales for each department, which is a mountain bike, the road bikes, and the triathlon bikes. And so having this data, practically I can be able to just tell you the road bikes are the ones that made the most sales as compared to the triathlon and the mountain bikes. And the triathlon had the least um, sales than the road and the mountain bike. So this graph actually perfectly I was able to easily explain to you my understanding of the sales and how each department portrays it. So this is just an overall view of the sales, and the whole point of this was now to know which places made the most. And as previously, as I showed you the previous ones, I had it as a city. So I felt like city was a lot of. There's a lot of the cities in general, and so that was as you saw multiple times or multiple slides on it on the data. So I went ahead and got it as a region, and I felt a region is much easier. So we have four of them. So we have the central, we have the east, we have the south, and we have the west. Together with that, having each department and the sales, I can easily tell you that the west and the east sales with the road bikes was pretty high as compared to the central road bikes and the south road bikes. This also applies with the mountain bikes and the triathlon bikes, and it looks like they really made it an equal, almost an equal amount of sales, both the east and the west, pretty high. And we can see that the south had the least amount of sales on both road bikes, mountain bikes, and the triathlon. And this graph perfectly stated it well for me to be able to just understand all the data that I had on it. I don't have multiple slides here. I have it pretty much small and perfectly showing the comparison, and I'm able to also compare because that is the most important for me, so that I can be able to know which one makes the most sales and the other one. I should be able to have data that is easy to compare, so I'm easily able to see the comparison between each and every region across the United States with the sales of each department. And we went ahead now on my dashboard. We got everything here, which is now what I had the original department sales, and we got my story. So in my story, we had I went ahead and portrayed the previous graph that I had, and this was just the multiple cities with the sales and the and the department for each department. So the department sales in each city, and this one was the overall sales in each department, which I already showed you. This is the overall data for the department sales, and this was the final one now to do with the region and which one made the most sales and the other one. And Tableau really is crazy because like we can be able to put multiple of data in it and just have multiple of graphs. And with this, it's so nice, like just having to be able to bring out multiple of information in this Tableau app, and at the same time we can be able to filter out a lot until we have the least data that we need, the most important data that we need. And I found this really been amazing. Um, the best solution to actually portray, visualize, and also analyze data that we have. And this project was all about that. And as I've showed you how I've gone across the different data that I had here until I came to my final one. And this final one, I can practically get you to understand even now to a better view of how the sales worked out across the regions in the United States. And having this with this having this let me explain more about the data. The South seems like not a lot of people use the bikes back there, so I think it should be a better solution to actually focus more on the central to get more sales that can run together with the east and the west. So basically you'll have the west, the east, and the central making multiple sales at an equal, like at a high rate, not low rate but a high rate, as compared to like the least, which is the south. And this will be a much better solution because now we'll have increased the sales back in the south, back in the central, and the east and the west being perfect. Or they can be a better portray back in the south, maybe something that can influence them to actually buy more of the bikes. Probably there's not the best, probably right now, is the maybe the advertisement or the understanding of people, or just the way it's portrayed, how the way the bikes have just been brought out. I feel like they're not brought out the best to the max. So maybe they can focus and probably do it to the max and can be able to make the sales pretty high. And that's how I feel like understanding of how to make how to improve the sales across the regions within the United States. And that is what I feel I had to present, and how my understanding about Tableau and just having multiple of data and understanding it and comparing. And that is all I got to say. Thank you.